I get my like 97-year-old grandmas, great-grandmas on these. They start doing some dips, you know, they go right at it. You know, work their shoulders, work the chest, do some leg ups, all right, work the abs. It's all good. They thank me later. Welcome back. It's Dr. Monte with Geek Rehab here. I wanted to go over how to adjust and how to utilize some adaptive equipment when you need a walker, a cane, or crutches. I've got a lot of clients that they come in and their walker's so short, they're like bent over like this doing it, and I don't know who adjusted it for them, but it's really messed up. So I think it's good to start off and teach you how to adjust it yourself so you get it right the first time and you don't start bad habits when you're walking and trying to get better. What you want to do is the handles for anywhere your hands are on, so it's your crutches, your cane, or your walker, you want it to be about right where your hip bone is. All right, so you do a little twisty hippie dance here, and you can feel that bone protruding. Okay, that's about right where you want the handle to be. Okay, see how that is? I've pre-adjusted this one, and so that puts just the appropriate amount of bend in your elbow. If you get too much bend in your elbow, you don't have a lot of strength there. Right? If you get not enough bend in your elbow, you have nothing to absorb or push off with, and usually you're like this. So getting it right here at that hip bone, right, that's where the handle should be for that. Then when you get it adjusted correctly and you're using it in the house, oftentimes it's too wide to go through the doors. So if you've got one with wheels on it, which is pretty much 99% of the people now have, like this, I'll show you a little trick of the trade. All right, I'm giving away all my secrets here. You take those wheels, you take them off, and you switch sides. Okay, did you see that? It wasn't a trick of the hand. Now, the wheels are on the inside, and you gained like 3 inches. So now you can zoom right through those doorways and get where you need to go with the walker. You don't have to leave it outside the door. So that's what you need to do. Anyways, moving on to the cane. So you've got a cane. This is a wide platform cane, okay? You don't have to use one of these. This just basically will stand up on its own, give a little more support. But if you're using it in your right hand, you see all the wider parts over here? That's going to get in the way and you're going to trip on it. This is adjusted right now for left-hand use. So the flatter and more narrow part's closer to you. To change it, you typically just need to unscrew that, push the little button right there, spin it around, another button pops out. Voila! There you have it. And again, same height adjustment for this. Now here's another thing that sometimes seems counterintuitive, thank you. For which side of the body do you use your cane on? Most people think, oh, my injury's on my right leg, so I'm going to put it in my right hand, and I can, use it like that. Unless you're just kind of one of those persons that likes to walk like a robot, that's not how you use it, okay? That just looks weird, and it's not really good for you. So what you want to do is use the cane in the opposite hand from where your injury is. So if this is set up for my right hand, that would mean my left leg is the injured one. 3 reasons why you want to do that. Okay? 1, if I use it in the same side and I walk like this, well, 1, I'm producing just a weird walking pattern. I guess the monkeys used to do a thing. Hey, we're the monkeys. Think we're messing around? All right, so we're not monkeys, all right? All right, we've evolved a little bit. So that's one reason you want to produce a correct walking pattern. So it's the opposite hand, opposite leg when you walk, okay? Just like that. Walk this way, okay? Now, if you're using it in the same hand as the same leg, you step out like this, you got maybe 6 inches of a base of support, okay? That's very narrow base of support, not really good for balance. Using the opposite side, okay, now you step, you got about 18 inches. All right, now you're a lot more stable, better balance. 3rd reason, if you use it on the same side as your injured leg, you're leaning towards that injured side. All right, that doesn't sound right. So you want to lean away from it. You put the weight away from that injured side. All right, so those are the 3 reasons why you always use it on the opposite side. So there you have that. Crutches. These are some old school crutches. They're all taped up. They've been used a while. So you get all your cool kids out there that, you know, I got busted my leg in football, or my girlfriend kicked me and tore me up. And so they're telling all their friends and like this and hanging out on them, and eventually their hands go numb or their armpits get really sore and rashed up. Well, that's because they're using them wrong. All right? You don't want to lean on them. You got a lot of nerves and vessels under your armpits. You do not want to compress. So you don't want to lean on them. The other thing is you want to adjust them to a point where you get about 3 finger widths between your armpit and the handle, okay? So they need to be off of that. The weight is not supposed to be on the armpits when you walk, okay? It's supposed to be against the side of your ribs here. So you have them a little lower and walk like that, okay? They're down a little bit lower, not up in your armpits, cutting off the circulation and the nerve supply to the hands. And then the height of the hand rest is the same as what I showed you with the walker, right at that hip bone, okay? Do the twisty hip thing, find it, adjust this height to be there. So you got 3 finger widths between the top of the armpit, and this handle's the other adjustment right there, okay? And then the bottom adjustment, usually on all the crutches it'll give a height. Right here, this one goes from 5'1" to 5'9". That's a good kind of estimated scale to go by. But it really depends on the length of your inseam and legs versus the length of your trunk. So I go by that mostly as the 3 finger breadths and the hand at your hip bone. So again, using one crutch, if you're down to just being able to use one, you're using the opposite hand of where the injured leg is. Okay, just like the cane. So I hope that helps you with being able to adjust and know how to appropriately use these adaptive devices. They are great. They do allow you to get around with more mobility and to take the pressure off your injured limb. So good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.